ultimate in high-fidelity music listening and home recording pleasure within the reach of everyone.
Ted Nugent. Or Ted Nugent, the best Ted Nugent albums of all time, 4 of 55 straight-edge celebrities, 247 of 603 the best rock vocalists. Mike Ditka. Former Bears coach and Chicago legend Mike Ditka and Trump have a mutual love fest going on. Ditka endorsed Trump, saying, "I do like Donald Trump. I think sometimes he's gotta think a little bit more before he says things, but I think he's on the right track." Trump returned the love, saying he was flattered, and that he considered Ditka for a position in his cabinet. More Mike Ditka. 28 of 150 athletes you didn't know were conservative. 398 of 904 celebrity death pool 2021. 15 of 80 the best NFL player nicknames. Gene Simmons. Another Celebrity Apprentice cast member who endorsed his TV castmate. The Kiss bassist called Trump a friend, a great father, and a straight shooter. At the same time, Simmons criticized Trump's stance on immigration and his insults aimed at other candidates, saying Trump was better and smarter than that. Dennis Rodman. Rodman endorsed his former Celebrity Apprentice boss on Twitter, calling him a great friend and declaring that America needed a businessman to lead the country. More Dennis Rodman. 1478 of 1816 the best athletes of all time. 50 of 786 the top NBA players of all time. 34 of 107 the greatest Lakers of all time. Jesse Ventura. Ventura told former Trump staffer Roger Stone that Trump is the GOP best choice for president, and openly lobbied Trump to be chosen as his vice presidential nominee. More Jesse Ventura. 663 of 904 celebrity death pool 2021. 82 of 468 greatest pro wrestlers of all time. 23 of 86 the best WWE superstars of the 80s. Loretta Lynn. Country music legend was effusive in her support of Trump in January 2016, telling a reporter that Trump sold her. "I just think he's the only one who's going to turn this country around," she added, saying that every time she stumps for Trump on stage, she gets a warm reception. More Loretta Lynn. The best Loretta Lynn albums of all time. 186 of 603 the best rock vocalists. 74 of 602 the best female vocalists ever. Terrell Owens. The former football player and former cast member of Celebrity Apprentice told TMZ Sports that Trump is a guy who won't put up with BS and has what it takes to change how government is run. He also pitched himself for a job in the Trump administration. More Terrell Owens. 23 of 214 the best wide receivers of all time. 130 of 1323 the best football players ever. 458 of 583 the greatest entertainers of all time. Kenny Rogers. The legendary country singer and roasted chicken magnate endorsed Trump in an interview with UK paper The Guardian, and asked what he thought of the billionaire presidential candidate. Rogers offered his approval of Trump's message, though not necessarily his policies. "I really like him. I think his problem is that he says what everyone wants to hear, but he doesn't say it well," Rogers said. "I love what he says, I have to admit. He can be president and not owe anybody anything. He's one of the few people has the money to do it, and has the guts to do it. More Kenny Rogers, the best Kenny Rogers songs of all time, 100 of 739. The best singers of all time, 403 of 525. Which artist would you bring back from the dead to write one more song? Wayne Newton. Entertainer and Las Vegas staple Wayne Newton was effusive in his praise of the Donald, particularly of his ability to make travel arrangements during a Fox and Friends interview. Newton infused, number 1, he tells the truth. Number 2, he's been where most of these guys want to be, in terms of riding on his own plane. He doesn't have to worry about what hotels he stays in, doesn't have to worry about how his family gets to Hawaii. More Wayne Newton, 422 of 904. Celebrity Death Pool 2021, 426 of 1019. The worst bands and musicians of all time, 13 of 17. The best dance partner of Cheryl Burke on DWTS. Tom Brady. The Patriots quarterback hasn't explicitly endorsed Trump or Tom Brady. The funniest Tom Brady memes for football fans, 3 of 150 athletes you didn't know were conservative, 163 of 188, the hottest men of 2021 ranked. Mark Cuban. More Mark Cuban, 56 of 169. The celebrities you most want to see play Survivor, 6 of 32. The most powerful people on Twitter, 2 of 31. The best NBA team owners of all time. Gary Busey. The eccentric actor endorsed Trump, telling Fox News, "I know him personally. I know him professionally. He's a great guy. He's sharp. He's fast. He can change the country after the last 8 years." Busey is a former cast member of Trump's Celebrity Apprentice. More Gary Busey. The 13 most insane things Gary Busey has ever done, 661 of 1017. The best actors in film history, 287 of 310. The coolest actors ever. Antonio Sabato Jr. Actor and model Antonio Sabato Jr. got into some hot water after speaking at the Republican National Convention in July 2016. In an interview Sabato gave not long after he got off the stage, he said of President Obama, "We had a Muslim president for 7/1/2 years. I don't believe he is a Christian." More Antonio Sabato Jr. 12 of 17. The best dance partner of Cheryl Burke on DWTS. 13 of 15. Surprisingly political celebrities in 2018. 32 of 50. 150 plus famous juniors. Scott Baio. Charles in Charge and Happy Days star Scott Baio was a featured speaker at the Republican National Convention in July 2016. In his speech, Baio proclaimed that Trump was the only candidate who could cure everything going wrong with America. "We have a choice in November," Baio said. "We can go for Hillary Clinton, who wants to continue the same policies that are wrecking this country, policies that make us unsafe, a woman who somehow feels that she's entitled to the presidency, that she's somehow owed it, or we can go for Donald Trump." More Scott Baio. 551 of 904. Celebrity Death Pool 2021, 60 of 110. The greatest 80s teen stars, 86 of 191. The greatest child stars who are still acting. John Lydon. Sex Pistols lead singer John Lydon told UK morning news program Good Morning Britain he thinks President Donald Trump is great for the United States. While talking to the program about Brexit, Lydon said he thought Trump was a good guy who was being unfairly targeted by the media. Dare I say, he could be a possible friend, the singer said. More John Lydon 123 of 298 the best frontman in rock 1161 of 1355 the greatest minds of all time 197 of 225 the greatest living rock songwriters. Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor responded to Donald Trump's 2020 Martin Luther King Jr. Day tweet, calling Trump quite possibly the USA GOAT greatest of all time. He also wrote, phenomenal president. Most certainly one of them anyway, as he sits atop the shoulders of many amazing giants that came before him. No easy feat. Early stages of term also. Trump responded with a big congratulations on McGregor's win against Donald Cowboy Cerrone at UFC 246.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.